Welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed this really glowy summery look for you, and I also did fake freckles, which I am obsessed with. If you have natural freckles like this, I am super jealous of you. And this also doubles as my everyday makeup because it's what I've been wearing. Lipstick. It's what I've been wearing every single day for the past couple of weeks. It's starting to get really hot here in Australia, and I just want to look really natural and glowy and summery. And to be honest, I think I'm going to start doing these freckles more often because they are giving my face a whole new life, and my face has so much more dimension to it now with these freckles, and I'm feeling it. This look is super easy as well. So if you're just a beginner, there's no winged liner, there's no full strip lashes. I just did little corner lashes, so they are very easy to apply. And I'm also gonna show you guys another lip option so you can see what this whole makeup looks like with a different colored lip. You could honestly wear any lip with this, like, and I'm not joking when I say that. You could wear nude, you could wear black, green, red, whatever you want. It would look stunning. If you do try out this makeup, please tag me on Instagram or Facebook, wherever you post it. I'd love to see your recreations. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and leave me a comment down below of what other videos you'd like to see me film. I promise my skincare video is also coming. That's one I definitely know I'm filming. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Stay tuned for the tutorial, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. To start off today, I'm going to use the Becca Backlight Priming Filter and just spreading that all on with my fingers. Next, I'm going to use a little bit of the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer and just pat this into areas where I have larger pores and things like that. And today, because we're going for a really glowy kind of summery look, I am going to spray my face with MAC Fix Plus. Okay, for the foundation today, I'm going to be doing a combination of 3, and I did this in my last video, and I just find that it gives a beautiful full coverage that still looks very glowy. So I'm mixing Urban Decay All Nighter Foundation. This one is in shade 5.0 because I do have a little bit of a tan at the moment, if you will. And the EX1 foundation in the shade 6.0, and the Becca, this one's Moonstone, the liquid illuminator. So I'm just gonna make a little mixture of all of those. I'm gonna apply less of this one because this is super dark, like it's darker than I even thought it was. Do you guys see how glowy this is? I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little. And we're gonna do the brows. I'm just gonna set the skin above them so my pencil glides on really nicely with the Mercier loose powder. To fill the brows in, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown. My mum's currently mowing the lawn out the front right now, so I hope you can't really hear it, and I hope my mic's only picking up my voice, so sorry if you can hear it. Next, I'm going to go over them with a little bit of the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo, also in the shade Medium Brown. I'm just going to take a little bit of really light coloured concealer and just clean up a little bit underneath the brow. And now I'm going to take Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3 to set the hairs in place and add a little bit of bushiness and volume, because we want our brows to look very full and youthful for this look. I always do, but especially for this kind of look. Fiji. My puppy's whinging. Before I move on to concealer, I'm gonna apply a little bit of primer to my lids. Now, I'm not using my normal Urban Decay primer potion because that gives a lot of coverage, and today we're going for a more like natural, effortless kind of look. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this NARS Pro Prime. It's like a clear base, so it just keeps your eyeshadow there, but it doesn't really look like you've put anything on your lid. Now moving on to concealer, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Conceal. This one is in a really peachy shade and I use it kind of as a corrector. So I'm just going to pop that under the eyes and in that area where I get really, really kind of dark. And I'm going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in light to conceal and also highlight a little bit on my face. I've got a little bit of a spot here, so I'm just going to take a bit of my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard just to cover that. It's more of a scar now than anything. And I'm just going to take a little synthetic brush to buff that in. Bye, Felicia. Time to set the face, so I'm just using my Mercier powder again, and now you're going to see how we can really kind of like mattify the skin and keep the glow just where we want it. I can tend to get quite shiny, so you'll see, like you can already tell where I put the powder, it's way less shiny than that side of my face. So you can really customize it. If you like that super, super glossy look, you can obviously keep that as much as you like on your skin. Me personally, I don't really feel comfortable doing that, so I always like to set my makeup. To set the outer perimeters of my face, I'm going to use my NARS All Day Luminous Powder Foundation in the shade Fiji. Looks like this. And I'm using that with quite a dense brush because it does give more coverage and more of a flawless look in my opinion. Even though we're still going for quite a glowy, summery look, I always like my skin to look flawless and quite full coverage. You can obviously do a tinted moisturizer if that's what you're more comfortable with. Also, I find my makeup lasts like 12+ hours when I do it like this, so. I'm gonna go ahead and do my bronzer now, and I'm gonna mix my normal bronzer, which is the Milk Chocolate Soleil from Too Faced, which looks like this. But because I am a little more tan right now and some of that powder just sort of took it away, as you can see my shoulders are a little more bronzy. So we need to kind of add that back. So because I am a little darker, I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of this one, which is Dark Chocolate Soleil, I believe. So I'm just gonna mix those two to get my bronze on. I've actually been really liking not contouring lately, which is so weird. Kind of put some on your nose as well, makes you look more like tanned. For highlight, I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, and I think I'm going to take a mixture of, Dripping in Gold and Bubbly down here, so just mixing these two. And going in that like C shape on the face. I have been obsessed with these highlighters. They are so beautiful. On the nose. I'm even putting it on my chin, which I don't, just a little bit, which I don't normally do. But we want to look extra in this video, and a little bit, just a little above the brow. And even a little just right there, just a touch. For blush, I'm bringing back an OG, and we've got MAC Warm Soul. This blush is everything, you guys. I am so hot right now. I feel like I'm sweating. Also taking a bit of that highlight under the brow bone there, but in the inner corner too. Okay, for the eyes, I'm gonna keep it super simple and I'm gonna take a matte kind of bone shade. So this is China White from the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. Use whatever color you want from whatever palette you want. And I'm just gonna pop this under the brow. It's kind of covering up that highlight, but we'll add more, don't worry. For the crease, I'm gonna take Courtney from the Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. Again, take whatever crease color you want. I think a really warm shade goes beautifully with this look. And I'm just using a big fluffy brush. We don't want this to look too precise at all, just a nice wash of warmth up there in the crease. This next step is optional, but I'm just taking a little bit of texture from MAC just to add a little bit more dimension. You could honestly just leave it at one color, and I normally do. For underneath my eyes, I'm just taking a mixture of the two. For the lid color, I'm keeping it super simple and I'm just mixing those same two highlighters that we used. Sage! Thank you. I'm just taking those same two highlighters and literally washing them over the eyelid. And it doesn't really matter if it gets up in the crease a little bit because this isn't really meant to look like perfect makeup. It's just meant to look really effortless and glowy. So don't worry about perfect lines. Just make sure there are no harsh lines. Okay, just really quickly, I'm gonna take a little bit of Carbon from Makeup Geek, which is that one. It's just a matte black, and I'm just gonna be pressing this very, very gently into my upper lash line. It's not really meant to look like a line, it's just meant to thicken our lashes, so when we come to do mascara and falsies, it looks really good. And be sure to really tap off your brush because remember, we've already set our face, so we can't be having any black fallout. For the waterline, I'm just taking this nude pencil from NARS and I'm just gonna add that a little bit in there. This is just really gonna brighten everything up and keep it looking really fresh. Fun fact about me, I cannot stand having foundation on my lips. Okay, so for the freckles, I'm gonna be using Cork from MAC. I feel like this one just really kind of matches my hair color. Obviously, if you have more auburn or red hair, you'd want to use something a little bit more warm toned. If you have darker hair, you might want to use a deeper color. If you're blonde, you might want to use an even lighter color. But my recommendation is start off with quite a light shade. So Cork's pretty light for freckles, but just play around with it. I practiced this once the other night and it was pretty easy. And I'm using a very small, I'll show you guys, a very, very small brush to do this with. So I'm just gonna get a little bit on there, tap it off. And you wanna be pretty close to your mirror to do this and just start dotting them. Like it probably won't even look like much to start off with. But just keep dotting the little freckles on until you're happy. So now I've got the bulk of them down with that lighter color and I'm gonna go in and add a little bit more dimension by using a darker shade. So to do that, I'm gonna use Mocha from Makeup Geek, which is the shade here. Any that you feel like you've gone too hard on, you can always just kind of like pat over with your finger or even grab the powder brush you took with your translucent powder and just kind of pat over the top. Don't rub it, just pat it. And that should kind of soften it up a bit. Okay, I zoomed you guys back out now, so I'm just gonna spray my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter. You want to get a good coat on there because remember, we want our skin to look very glowy and beautiful. So the lashes we're going to be using today are the Ardell 318 lashes. If you remember these from my first few videos, I used to use them all the time. They're just little half lashes and they add the prettiest flare to your eyes. So I'm really going to give my lashes a good curl and a lot of mascara today. And then I'm going to add those on the outer corner for just that extra definition. I just wanted to show you guys close up the difference. I wear these lashes pretty much every single day, and can you just see the difference that they make? I think they're beautiful. And by the way, even though they're just cheap Ardell lashes, they do last quite a long time. Like I can probably get like 10 wears out of them if I look after them right. And that is what it looks like with both lashes on. So the glue is still drying a little bit. I am gonna add a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes just on like the outer corner, not all the way along, because I think that can sort of close up the eyes a little bit, and we want to keep it really open and fresh looking. Okay, so for the lip, you could literally do anything with this look. I'm gonna show you 2 lip options today. I'm gonna start out with MAC Strip Down Lip Pencil. I absolutely love this. Ooh. It's just the perfect nude, and if you don't have it in your collection, you really should think about investing. So I'm just gonna line the outside of my lips. The lipstick I'm gonna use for this is MAC Honey Love. It is a beautiful nude. It's sort of like a beigey, honey kind of light nude. Just to give a little bit of a highlight in the middle, I'm gonna use Nylon Nude from Smashbox. The second lip color I'm gonna try on with this look is from Lime Crime. It's one of their velveteens and it's called Suede Berry. This is perfect for summer. It's a beautiful orangey coral. It's really, really bright and beautiful. And these last such a long time on your lips. So if you're going out, you're gonna be drinking, you don't wanna have to touch up your makeup, this is perfect. And I could wear this day and night. So that is what the makeup looks like with a bright summery lip. I think this is so, so perfect. So I hope you guys like this look. Okay, Mom, you can come out now.